All right. Hey, everybody. My name is Virginia Nessie, and we are trying something new today. This might look like an unfamiliar setup, and you might be wondering who the heck I am. So, if you're watching from MobileMonkey Island, which is MobileMonkey, the Chatbot platform's private group on Facebook, this is your weekly Facebook Chatbot chat, and I'm Virginia Nessie Bot Girl. Now, you might be also watching this from Twitter, where Larry Kim's Twitter account is live streaming this video, or at least it should be. Like I said, this is our first run through multi-streaming our chatbot chat on a number of new channels. So wherever you're joining us from, greetings, hello. It's really lovely to be sharing some information with you today related to chatbot marketing. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess jump into this little presentation that I've made, because what you're listening for today, the whole reason that we're kind of hanging out, is to talk about email list growth hacks. I'm a marketer. You're probably watching this. You're probably a marketer too, and growing your lead list, collecting more doing more lead capture, generating more leads, and a lot of that really starts with the email. So I'm going to teach you about a growth hack for your email list, where you're going to be able to use Facebook bots to capture emails to grow your list faster and get a higher conversion rate. So hopefully this is all broadcasting great and there's no problems. You never know with these technical things. Okay, so we're going to use our chatbot, our Facebook chatbot that we can build with MobileMonkey really easily, and I'll show you how to do it all to grow our email lists faster and to get a higher rate of conversion from the channels that we're doing our email growth from. Now, there's a lot of key benefits to this. We're going to talk about those today. For one thing, filling out a form in a chatbot where it's conversational, interactive, and mobile friendly is actually preferred by users than filling out information on web pages. And this is something that's shifted over time. Now that we are really familiar with and use our phones and messaging more commonly than we use social media networks or anything like that, we've become accustomed to and preference to using messaging to provide information. And what that means for a chatbot is basically like a text message or any other variety of messaging apps that you use every day. I use at least 10 messaging apps every day between Slack, Skype, Google Hangouts, Messenger, and my SMS, right? So if I'm given the choice to have a phone call, send an email, I'm probably going to, or use a text, I'm definitely going to use that messaging option every time. And think about that for yourself too. Especially as the millennial generation is becoming our primary workforce, we're really attracted to the ability to use messaging to provide that kind of same information that we would in a form, but we can do it in a way that is less high touch. It's more convenient. It's not waiting on us. We can get back to it anytime. There's a lot of advantages to that as a user, which is why we have to think about that as a business as well. And then a benefit for businesses when using chatbots to grow your email list is that you can have an end-to-end automation. You're going to have the ability to drive traffic to your bot. Your bot is going to collect the email, and then it's going to automatically port that email into your other business system that needs to kind of set up some other marketing automation, drip, or reach out, that kind of thing. So that's end-to-end automated. The other awesome thing about using a bot for your email growth channel is because you're going to be able to ask questions that help you qualify and learn about your leads. So this is a lot more of that human interaction that you can't get from a form, that requires some follow-up questions, some kind of smart follow-up and qualification. That is something that we can add to our chatbot that helps us funnel, filter, and qualify our leads. And overall what we're talking about when we're using a chatbot, and the reason why I think that our list is growing so quickly and that we're able to get so many more conversions when using chatbots for our lead gen efforts is because of the engagement, because it's conversational, because it's um, mobile friendly, because it's a message very similar to we're like chatting with our friends. This is an engagement channel. It's really, really high engagement channel. It's got, 80% open rates for a lot of the messages that we send. It's got a ton of interaction. It's got elements that we're familiar with, like our favorite GIF keyboards and little buttons and emojis. It brings all that together. It's all automated and it's all at your fingertips as a business with MobileMonkey and Facebook Messenger marketing. So who am I that's been talking for a moment here? I'm Virginia Nessie. I'm the bot girl at MobileMonkey. I'm the marketing director, and that basically means that you and I probably live in this same world where we are out for the leads. I mean, we live, breathe leads, and we have to prioritize our projects based on which is going to be the best opportunity for growing our leads, right? Like, I don't know if you have goals that you have to hit every month, or if this is your business and the growth and the health of your business is depending on this. Either way, we're obsessed here with growth channels for marketing, and bots are really an amazing engagement opportunity. It is where people are actually having conversations. It's where people prefer to be living in our social lives. We're able to be private about things instead of public, which is really becoming a trend for our internet preferences. And so I enjoy talking about kind of the art of bot marketing, which I've really fell in love with over the last year since I've worked at MobileMonkey. And every Friday you can tune into Chatbot Chat, which is what you're tuning into right now, whether you're listening live or in part of a recording. Every Friday we get to talk about a topic, a tutorial, something that's just going to, I promise, to give you value for your business as you're working to grow it. And it'll be a cool tip, trick, or hack using a chatbot, which is, of course, why we're here today to talk about email and email growth with our chatbots. So before we really dive into how to do email list growing with our chatbot, we can talk a little bit about the overall funnel with Facebook bots. This is a diagram that was provided by Facebook Messenger's Albert Rios. I kind of doctored it up with our own styles because I thought it looked cool. But at the top of the funnel, this is the prospecting, or where you're putting those top of funnel leads into your automations and communications, right? So like, this is where the email comes in, like prime and center. We're talking about how do you collect more emails so that you can really load up the top of the funnel, because as we continue to nurture people, or people fall out because they're disqualified or not a good match or not the right time, that kind of thing, we are able, the more leads we find at the top of the funnel, the more qualified leads we'll find at the end of the day, right? So that's what we're looking at when we're looking at the entire funnel, but we'll just focus up at the top right now at the email collection piece and how to do that with bots. So it's very cool because it's just 3 simple steps. And step 1 is we're going to create the chatbot form. So if you are a marketer who gets to wear all the hats like me, where sometimes we are actually creating landing pages, maybe using a landing page builder or tester, that kind of thing. This is very similar. It's a content builder. It's visual. It's drag and drop. It's searchable. We're just going to type in some catchy, very on brand content. We're going to put in the email collector fields, and then that's how we'll create the chatbot form. And we'll go into that after the jump. The next step is to connect the form to your email platform. So we'll use Zapier, which is basically the glue of the internet. If you're not familiar with Zapier, it's nothing to be scared of. We can actually do the setup today. We'll do that so that you can see kind of soup to nuts how to set up the chatbot funnel when you're collecting your emails with your bots. And then step 3 is going to be getting traffic to the form, because just like if you had an email collection form on your website or something, you would need to think about how to get that traffic there, whether it's ads, SEO, or any number of partnerships and that kind of thing, that content marketing that you might be doing. So that's what we're going to be talking about as the 3-step funnel for collecting emails with bots, so that you can get more leads and automate leads and do all of this with a bot. Oh, also, did I mention that it's a much higher conversion rate using a lead form in a chatbot? We'll dive into the specifics next. So let's go ahead and build the funnel. We're going to put the fun in funnel, right? We're going to jump into MobileMonkey, which is actually the world's fastest growing official Facebook Messenger marketing platform, and this month was named MarTech Breakthrough Awards Best Bot Marketing Solution. I'm really proud of that, because it signifies the movement we've made in the last year and a half, 2 years since the company was started, to make the best marketing bot solution. And that really is our mission. We're not there to create any kind of bot. We're there because we're here to create the best marketing bot platform. And right now we integrate deeply with Facebook Messenger, from organic content that you can put on your news feed to ads that you can run with a Facebook chatbot as the post-click experience. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the best bot marketing solution, the total front to end ability to create automated funnels in the Facebook channel using Messenger bots. All right, so I'm going to escape out of here, and actually, yeah, okay, everything is looking good so far. I'm going to jump into this, which is MobileMonkey. Welcome to MobileMonkey. If you are not yet a user of the bot marketing platform MobileMonkey, this is what it looks like after you log in, and this is kind of my test account, BotGirl. So if you remember, there's 3 simple steps to creating your chatbot funnel to collect emails. And the first one is to create the chatbot form. There's 2 ways to do this. If you have an existing chatbot, then we're going to go ahead and go to the bot builder. We'll add a new page in. That page will contain our form, and we'll ask the email question. If you've never created a chatbot before, and this is your first time, you're going to start up a new account and answer a few series of simple questions about starting up your bot, what kind of business you have, so that you can get launched with a few of the template elements that will make it quicker to quick start your bot. I would highly recommend taking a look at a guide on MobileMonkey's blog called 14 different chatbot templates. That will give you a sense of what the benefits of using templates are and that kind of thing. But one thing I would say is there's this one chatbot template. It's like the 1-minute lead gen template. We can go over here to templates and see it really quick. You would go to the templates library. You can do this even if you have an existing account, right? But if you're just starting your account, you'll be asked if you want to start with one of these templates. And the 1-minute lead gen bot is a very basic bot that you can embed on your website, so you have it as a website chat, similar as this chat widget in the right-hand corner, as you can see. Okay, so you would just put that on. You would launch up this 1-minute lead gen bot, and that would basically do the job of greeting anyone who messages your Facebook page or your website and saying, "Hi, we are happy to help you. Provide your email address and we'll follow up." It's that simple. Just have the bot right from the top ask for the email address, and then that would be your step 1, okay, is loading this up. But if you already have an existing bot and you still want to know how to create that email collector, we'll go ahead and do it from scratch. So I've gone to the bot builder and I'm going into dialogues. When you're here, you'll be seeing all of the bot building blocks that you've created to this point. And what it is going to be is you can either add it to an existing folder. Maybe you already have like a website chat folder and you wanted to add the email collector to that. Or if you need to create a new folder, because that makes most sense for your organization. Folders are just a way to organize your different bot building blocks. Then we can create a new folder here like we will. So I'm going to just call this demo for myself so I know in the future what this is. A descriptive title is always helpful. Email collection. And it's going to load that up. And then we're going to create a new page within that folder, which is automatically at the bottom of our list. Add a dialog here. And we'll call this, it could be the same thing, right? It's like, get the email. All right, from here, I'll give you a quick rundown of what these different widgets are. Widgets are the content pieces that you have when you are creating a dialogue, and a dialogue being, any kind of communication or conversation that your bot might have. So if you wanted to add some content, excuse me, I don't know why that helicopter flying overhead. It was like the sound resonated in my ears. Okay. There's these different content widgets that you can add, just like if you were creating a landing page or a web page using a content builder in WordPress, or maybe you're building your email from something like MailChimp or something like that. So I'm sure you're pretty familiar with how this works. You're going to add different widgets, but the widget that you really are going to be working for here is going to be the form. There's two widgets that can take an email address automatically. And if you can remember, one of the awesome benefits of using your bot to collect emails is that it's instant lead capture, or it's very low friction lead capture, and you're going to get higher conversions because you're able to serve people their pre-filled email address. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so first we'll just start with a little bit of text. Imagine the scenario that somebody is messaging our bot from our website and they click this button here to get started. Okay, continue. Hi, how can we help you? All right, I need some help with pricing my custom project. Okay, so I'll continue as Virginia, and then what will the bot say? It'll say hi, and then I'll use the double brackets, or you can use this little icon here to personalize it with any of the attributes that we already know about that person, such as their first name. Hi, first name. Happy to help you today. Can I ask you a few quick questions? Okay, so actually I had put this as a text, but if I want them to be able to, okay, I had started this out as a text widget, but I asked a question right off the bat, right? So it would either have to be a quick question or a form. So let's move to the form, and we'll call this like welcome dialogue from web chat. Okay, I copied that in, so now I can delete this text widget here because it's the same thing. Welcome dialogue from web chat. Somebody chats us from our website. We say, hey, we're happy to help, but can I ask you for a few questions first? Okay, so that's perfect. That's the question. The next thing we have to do is tell the bot what are the acceptable ways that somebody could respond to this question. You can do a free form text, which would be this text, which would be, they can say whatever they want. So this is great for if you're doing a survey and you want to have something like open options for feedback. You could do a text. It doesn't matter. No validation. Whatever they say, you're going to collect and then, review that later. Or you could do multiple choice, which is the one I use pretty much the most because it allows for me to suggest to the user what they should say next. And it could be an affirmative and a negative, or it could be two affirmatives, that kind of thing. And then you can also have an email address as the what we're requiring an okay response to be, as well as phone number. And when you use email and phone number, Facebook has this superpower where they're going to put the user's email address on file or phone number on file into a button that they can click on to submit. So we're talking really, really low friction here. Facebook already knows information about these people, about these contacts, that you can take as if you just ask them for it. And it's very simple to do. So we'll do that in a couple questions here. At first, we're going to just use multi, okay? So that we can ask this question, can I ask you a few quick questions today? We're going to use the multiple choice option. I'm going to use a new attribute called welcome question. Okay, and then the values part here is where we give the options that they can respond to. So sure will be one of the things that they can say. I hit return and it's saved. And then we'll just go with sure, okay? If they didn't answer sure, then they want to ignore this. Maybe they accidentally pressed the button. They want to close out. So sure, okay. So then what is the question that we're going to ask? I'm deleting this stray widget here. Here's the difference between a quick question and a form widget. A quick question is going to be one single question. A form widget can be a sequence of questions. I don't remember what the limit is, maybe 5 to 10. A sequence of questions within one single widget that you can also mark conversions when they happen. So I'm choosing to use the form widget in this case because I think it would be helpful to mark as a conversion every time that an email is collected. All right, so we've asked that quick question, and now we're going to ask for the email. Thanks. What's your email address? We're going to go ahead and when it talks about the type, we're going to choose email. And we're going to save the user's attribute to something called email. So later we can find everybody who's provided their email. We're also going to name it a conversion. And if we wanted to say, thanks, how can we help you? Then we could, okay? So I don't actually like to leave open-ended questions, so I just deleted that. Okay, so thank you. The other thing to note here is we don't need to ask 2 questions, right? Think about what makes sense for your funnel. Test this out. See if you're getting any change in the amount of conversions. But what if instead on the first question you asked, happy to help, can I ask you questions? We just went ahead and asked for their email address, like, hi, Virginia. In case we get disconnected, please provide what's your email address so that we can get in contact. Something like that would be a way to ask the email immediately and right off the bat without spending any time on additional questions. But that's just something that you'll want to test out. So now we've created the Chatbot form, and what we'll do if you want to see what that looks like is you can hit test dialog, and we'll open it in Messenger if you hit the button one more time. And whenever you do this for any of your dialogues, you'll basically be able to run through the little conversation that you've designed. You can test, make sure that you haven't forgotten to connect any buttons anywhere and the like, make sure that you're getting the data that you want and all that good stuff. So we've got this message coming up here in just a second. All right. Hey, Virginia. Happy to help you today. Can I ask you a few questions? There it is. Sure, we'll say, which will lead us to question number 2. And I'm excited to show you what this pre-populated email address button looks like. Because remember, we chose email address as the type of answer that the user is going to give us, then Facebook automatically puts the email address on file in this user's account right there to submit it. And then I'm going to say yes. Another little trick that you might use is, what's your email address? Tap it below or type it in That gives people the option to know that they don't have to tap this one in and say it's a personal email address and they would rather that their business email address be used, or maybe they don't use this email address anymore, that kind of thing. If you put or type it in below, that gives people a clue that they can just type in their email as well. All right, so now we've done the step one. Step one is complete and tested and everything's working. So this is great news. I was able to do that in about 5 minutes, but I explained everything along the way, and I think that we're all on the same page. So let's move to step two, which is creating the connection between MobileMonkey and sending this email address into, maybe we'll say, an email marketing platform. But in the case, yeah, I guess that's what we'll try and do, okay? So in order to do this, the tool that we want to use is in marketing automation. It's called Zapier. Zapier is the glue of the internet. It allows you to connect thousands and thousands of apps to your other all your different apps. I'm reading this. Copy to clipboard. Copy this key to your clipboard. You'll need it to connect your Zapier account to MobileMonkey for your Facebook page. Okay, we'll try it. I'm going to do that. We're going to close this out here. And we know that we want to subscribe to MobileMonkey contacts to MailChimp. Well, maybe just for the sake of simplicity, we'll go ahead and put it into a spreadsheet. Use this app. We'll try it. I'm going to have to sign into Zapier next, now that I've said use this Zap. And it's going to go through a little bit of like a setup process here. I feel like I'm stumped here because I don't remember what my Zapier account is. Sorry for the missed prep, but maybe we can get this going. You will need a Zapier account in order to do this. Hint. All right, that worked. So when a new contact is made, it'll trigger a new contacts to your page. Continue. And this next step is where I've got that key on my clipboard and I can go ahead and paste it in. All right, test success. Save and continue. All right, continue. This is the test set where you're going to just make sure that we've got all the data that we want. We're going to create a spreadsheet row in a specific spreadsheet. Select the account that we're doing. If we were using an email marketing platform like Klaviyo or MailChimp or Constant Contact and the like, then we would go ahead and do that. Here, it's the same kind of authentication process as you're used to for pretty much everything. All right, great. We've got my MobileMonkey Facebook page connected to my Google Sheets account. It looks like it's good. And in your case, you'll be setting it up to your email platform or your marketing platform. So this is a little bit of a unique step to I need to create a new spreadsheet for this. You guys are seeing like all into my personal pages, which is very professional of me. Let's see. Well, that didn't work out very well, did it? We'll create a new spreadsheet really quickly here, and then we'll finish up the connection before moving on to step 3, which is an overview of the different ways that you can drive traffic to this funnel. I'm just checking as this loads. If this is working at all. There we go. Okay, my bad for not doing the prep work for this to get the spreadsheet that I wanted to add to it and everything. Let's try this really quickly again. We're flying through here now. Here we go. It said that there were some instructions. You should include a header row. All right, and this is the next part of this process, which is it's going to want you to go ahead and fill it in as though a user was using your chatbot. going to go ahead and send it. And you'll see it show up right here. Now that particular email address had no contact had no email address, which is why it's still blank there. Okay, so that's finished. It's done. It's connected. What we need to do now is turn the Zap on and then add this Zap to the dialog that we built. So this part's done. Close that out. Go into our bot builder back here. Go into our dialog and you will find the demo dialog that we created here. Get the email is the name of our dialog. And then at the end of this dialog, we'll add the widget. It will be our Zapier connection widget. We will, from a drop down, see we would see all the zaps that we've created, but I just don't remember what the name of it is, so I'm double checking. What the name of my zap is. Create rows in Google Sheets for new MobileMonkey contacts was the name of that one. I think it's connected to a different Zapier account. Okay, well, the next thing that we'll go ahead and talk about here is how to send traffic to that email bot. There's a few different ways that you can do that. Actually, there are more than a dozen, which I've written up in an article called 12 Magnetic Ways to Get New Contacts in Your Messenger Bot. And one of them is going to be the comment guard, which is very, very popular because it turns your Facebook posts into an engagement bait. You're able to send an automated response to anybody who leaves a comment on your Facebook content. And when you set it up so that the bot auto replies to that Facebook content, you are collecting leads from everyone who sends your Facebook page a message. You can also do things like the customer chat widget, which is when you put the website chat widget on your site. You can share any of the dialogues that you create as a link as well, or create a button that links straight into that from a landing page, from a partner page, from an email, from any kind of owned asset that you might have. And also you can do messenger ads, which is a way to spend a very cost-efficient ad budget on creating new leads. And it's my preferred method of you doing Facebook ads, which is sending the traffic instead of to your web page or doing a conversion campaign or something like that. You're sending anyone who clicks on your ad to the messenger bot, where that user can interact with um, your bot. Your bot can learn about what they need and, of course, collect their email address so that you can send follow-up messaging in email, or send that off to a sales team or to a marketing team, or invite them to a webinar, whatever it is that you might want to follow up with once you've got that email. And pretty much that takes us to the end of our demo here, which we were able to create a chatbot form very simply. We had a little bit of trouble connecting it to Zapier, however. I think it's because I had a different account connected to Zapier previously, and I just don't know which account it is. So it's pulling data from another Zapier account. Hopefully you don't have more than one. I actually have 3 that I use, so that is probably what's creating this little hiccup. You also will be able to then, as a third step, send the traffic to the bot. So those are your next steps if you want to go ahead and adopt using a chatbot to grow your email list. And I also wanted to share, if you liked that hack, go ahead and sign up for a ticket to the Instagram and Facebook Ads Virtual Summit, which is happening on September 12th. It's going to be amazing. We're partnering with some of the most incredible platforms and agencies in digital marketing today, people who are doing incredibly cutting edge stuff for Facebook ads, where they're able to get thousands % return on the ad spend that they're using on Instagram and Facebook ads. And if you are at all thinking that you're leaving some money on the table related to Facebook ads, if you aren't owning your channels, if it's not a walk in the park to put together an Instagram ad, or you don't really know what all your placement options are, what all of your objectives are, what are the latest bidding strategies now that machine learning is taking over? These are the kinds of questions that we face every day as advertisers, and we're going to be tackling them together on September 12th with the experts who've really mastered these areas of Facebook ads. So I really invite you to join us. Larry Kim will be there. He's speaking on growing an agency. I'll be talking about the bots behind the scenes of our Facebook ads. We've got great content coming from WordStream, from Fetch and Funnel, from Wishpond, from Tim Bird, from Ute6, and other partners that we're very looking forward to. Tickets are free, so it will not cost you anything to be there live on Thursday, September 12th. Just pull up a chair and join us, and we are looking forward to learning together. I think that's it here. I'll go ahead and switcheroo and say I think that's it, right? So I don't know how that went. That was my first time live streaming on Larry Kim's Twitter channel, and so if you're wondering who this unfamiliar face is, then please check out MobileMonkey Island, join the community there, and we can talk more about what's going on with bot marketing and all of these things with Facebook ads, and what's the deal with collecting emails from a chatbot, and why is that so much better. Obviously, I think we covered a lot of that ground here. So thank you so much for joining us today on this Friday. I hope you guys have some amazing plans in store for your Saturday and your weekend. It's almost the end of summer here in the US, and there's just a couple more weekends to really enjoy the last bits that summer has to offer. So do it out there and get some sunshine in, or get on a bike, or whatever moves you. Thank